Good morning from the National Weather Service office in Gaylord. Welcome to the latest hazardous weather briefing for eastern upper and northern lower Michigan. Today is Friday, January 10th, 2014. The main problem we'll be dealing with over the next couple of days will be a weather system that will be developing over the Plain States today, and eventually will work its way northeast across the Midwest and into the upper Great Lakes tonight and the first part of Saturday. Ahead of that system, we could see some occasional freezing drizzle today across pretty much all of eastern upper and northern lower Michigan. That may produce some slick spots in area roadways. The more substantial precipitation is forecast to arrive by late this afternoon and this evening across central lower Michigan and spread its way northward across northern lower Michigan and eventually into the upper peninsula as well. There will be a wide range of precipitation types with this, especially at the onset. Across eastern upper Michigan, we're expecting primarily snow, although there may be a transition area of snow, sleet, and rain, especially as you get towards out around the Straits area, eastward over towards Drummond Island. And then in northern lower Michigan, precipitation will be predominantly liquid, although there could be some freezing rain at the onset, as temperatures by late this afternoon or early evening when the precipitation arrives will probably still be very close to or a couple degrees below freezing. So we could see some icing developing on area roadways, and even after the precipitation changes over to all rain and air temperatures are above freezing, road surface temperatures are still quite cold due to our recent cold snap, and we could still see some ice accumulation on roadways even after temperatures climb above the freezing mark. So just keep that in mind, that there could be some lingering icy spots right on into Saturday morning. Here's a look at our current weather map. High pressure is located off the New England coast, and to the west of that we have southerly winds bringing warmer air up into the Great Lakes region. Temperatures have been rising throughout the night across northern Michigan, and that will continue through the day today. And a nice push of moisture associated with that warm air push is the responsibility for bringing the threat for some freezing drizzle this morning and into this afternoon. The greatest that will probably be through about midday or so. And then the main precipitation will develop along the area of low pressure that this morning is located over western Kansas. They'll be lifting northeast into northern Missouri, southern Iowa by late this afternoon, and eventually across northern Lake Michigan tonight and early Saturday. So precipitation will increase out ahead of that area low pressure system today, and then work its way into the state of Michigan later on this afternoon and tonight. And again, there'll be a wide range of precipitation types across the region. Mainly snow across eastern upper Michigan, and this map shows the probability of greater than 4 inches of snow. There is a low probability, that's what's indicated by that blue line across the eastern UP. More than likely, generally about 2 to 3 inches of wet, heavy snowfall is expected across eastern upper Michigan overnight into Saturday morning. And although it doesn't sound like a lot of snow, the fact that it's going to be some of that wet, greasy snow it makes travel a little bit more difficult through that kind of snowfall as opposed to 2 or 3 inches of dry, powdery lake effect. Here's a look at the total accumulation forecasts. This actually runs through midday on Saturday. By this time, precipitation will be changing over from rain to snow across northern lower Michigan, which is why some light accumulations are painted across northwest lower Michigan. From the Straits northward into eastern upper Michigan, most of that precipitation will be starting tonight, and anywhere from maybe an inch or two across the tip of the mid or Straits region, depending on how quickly precipitation changes over from snow to rain, and across eastern upper Michigan, where precipitation is more likely to remain all snow. Overnight accumulation is expected to be 2 to 3 inches. Again, across northern lower Michigan, precipitation will probably be mostly liquid. But temperatures will be near freezing by the time the precipitation arrives, and especially across the interior higher terrain areas, there could be a period of some icing this evening as temperatures will be near the freezing mark and the rainfall moves into the region, so let's keep that in mind. So again, our wintry mix of precipitation is the main weather hazard over the next 36 hours. Some patchy freezing drizzle today is expected. The main show as far as precipitation goes will come in late this afternoon and tonight. And again, on the red part of this graphic, you see the precipitation type outlines as we just explained earlier. And that will be the main impact we'll be seeing over the next several days or so. That concludes this hazardous weather briefing for this morning. Thank you for listening in. The next update is expected around 6 a.m. Saturday morning.